This is the October 16th, 2019 meeting of the Planning Board of the Town of Smithtown. We are going to begin it with the Pledge of Allegiance, and you're all invited to join in.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good evening, Mr. Chairman and members of the Planning Board. The Planning Department would like to recommend the following items be recessed because the applicants are not ready to be heard at this time. Under zoning petitions, number 1, 2012-04 Storybook Homes, Nesconset. Number 2, 2012-02 Carlson Associates, Kings Park. Number 3, 2010-06 KVC Holdings. Under waiver requests, 4, number 773 Scholar States in Comac.
Anybody present who wishes to be heard on any of the just read matters regarding which the Planning Department is recommending be recessed or adjourned? Seeing none, a motion on those matters, please.
I move that we recess items 1 through 4 as read.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? None. Those matters are adjourned.
Excuse me, Jim. I can't do, well, sorry. Thank you.
The first item under new hearings and decisions is a Tier 2 telecommunications application, TC 2019-03. This application was last heard at the October 2nd, 2019 Planning Board meeting. At that meeting, the Planning Department read into the record a report dated September 27th, 2019, outlining the application. In addition to the Planning Department's report, the applicant provided the board with additional information and called up various experts to speak on behalf of the application. At the conclusion of the testimony, the board recessed the matter to the October 16th, 2019 meeting in order to allow the Department of Environment and Waterways to complete the SEQRA review process. Since the October 2nd, 2019 Planning Board meeting, the Department of Environment and Waterways has completed the SEQRA review process and recommends a SEQRA negative declaration. The Department of Environment and Waterways offers the following resolution for the board's consideration. Planning Board Resolution Number blank 2019 recommended SEQRA declaration for the special exception petition TC 2019-03. Whereas the Planning Board has considered the SEQRA recommendation from the Department of Environment and Waterways for TC 2019-03, New York SMSA Limited Partnership doing business as Verizon Wireless. Now therefore be it first resolved, the Planning Board hereby declares itself lead agency on this matter and finds that this matter is subject to the State Environmental Quality Review Act and is classified as an unlisted action pursuant to SEQRA. Second resolve that the Planning Board hereby issues a SEQRA negative declaration, determination of non-significance. An EIS is not necessary in the matter of special exception petition TC 2019-03, Verizon at 395 Moreland Road, Tier 2, by New York SMSA Limited Partnership doing business as Verizon Wireless for the following reasons. A, the proposal does not appear to significantly threaten any unique or highly valuable environmental or cultural resources as identified in or regulated by the Environmental Conservation Law of the State of New York or the Smithtown Town Code. B, the proposal does not involve the physical modification of or construction upon lands which suffer from any severe environmental development constraints, no high groundwater, no poor soil properties, and no unmanageable slopes. C, the proposal appears to be compatible with neighboring land uses. And D, the proposal appears to be consistent with the location, site, design, and safety requirements of Chapter 242 of the Smithtown Town Code. Planning Department offers the following resolution for the board's consideration. Planning Board Resolution Number blank 2019, Tier 2 Personal Wireless Service Facility, Special Exception Petition TC 2019-03. Whereas the Planning Board has considered the special exception application of New York SMSA Limited Partnership doing business as Verizon Wireless for a personal wireless service facility. Now therefore be it first resolved that the Planning Board hereby approves the special exception application TC 2019-03 New York SMSA Limited Partnership doing business as Verizon Wireless for a personal wireless service facility pursuant to Chapters 242 and 322 30.3 of the Smithtown Town Code for the reasons presented in the Planning Department's memorandum dated September 27th, 2019.
Good evening, Chairman, members of the Planning Board. Simone Freeman. A Model Law Group, 666 Old Country Road, Garden City, New York, 11530, appearing on behalf of the applicant, New York SMSA Limited Partnership, doing business as Verizon Wireless in connection with the instant application. As indicated in the planning memo dated September 27, 2019, the proposed facility complies with the location, siting, design, and safety standards set forth in the wireless ordinance, and therefore we would request that the board closes the hearing, issues a negative declaration, and approves the special use permit as noted by the planner and planning department.
Thank you. Anybody present who wishes to be heard on this matter? Any questions from any member of the board on this matter? Seeing none on either, we need a motion first to close the public hearing, which I believe was left open the last time till today.
In the matter of special exception petition TC 2019-03, New York SMSA Limited Partnership doing business as Verizon Wireless, I move that we close the public hearing.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? None? So closed. Now we need a motion on the secret resolution.
In the matter of special exception petition TC 2019-03, New York SMSA Limited Partnership doing business as Verizon Wireless, I move that we adopt the secret negative declaration as recommended by the planning department.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? None? So adopted. And then we need one more motion on the application for the special exception itself.
In the matter of special exception petition TC 2019-03, New York SMSA Limited Partnership doing business as Verizon Wireless, I move that we adopt the resolution as read in accordance with the recommendation of the planning department.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? None? Unanimously adopted. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Have a good evening.
You too.
Thank you.
The next item is a final subdivision recommendation to the Board of Zoning Appeals for variances in the subdivision number 1184, Skunks Hollow Plat in St. James.
Okay. Record should first reflect that a letter dated October 16th, 2019, on the letterhead of Sinreich, Kosakoff, and Messina, indicating that they represent certain individual neighboring homeowners, was sent to the planning board. I have a copy of that letter. It's signed by a Timothy Hill Esquire and was copied to Vincent Tramarco Esquire, who I understand is the applicant's attorney in this matter. We don't need to read the entire letter into the record. We've identified it. Planning department has a copy, correct?
Yes.
So we'll deem the copy of the October 16, 2019 letter, which I just referenced, to be part of the record. Now, in light of this letter raises numerous legal issues in connection with this application. I'm advised that our town attorney has already begun the process of looking into these issues to give us some type of a recommendation with respect to some of the contentions made in the letter. Given that fact, I think it would be prudent for us to recess this matter until we get the final work product from the town attorney on this matter, which would allow us to act with more information and certainly be more well-guided with respect to the legal issues raised in the letter. I see there are a couple of statutes or Constitution is quoted. There's a case quoted from the Court of Appeals. So if there's an applicant's attorney here, if he could please go up to the microphone and just give his name and address.
Thank you, Chairman, members of the Planning Board. My name is Robert Beltrani. I'm of counsel to Vincent J. Tramarco Sr., 1038 West Jericho Turnpike, Smithtown, New York, on behalf of the applicant.
Do you know whether Mr. Tramarco has seen this letter dated October 16th?
That would be today?
Yes.
No, Mr. Tramarco is out of town.
Okay, so we know he hasn't even seen it, so the applicant can't even comment on it. which would be another reason probably to recess the matter.
I was-
You've heard what I stated as far as the fact that we have legal issues raised in the letter, and our town attorney is already looking into these issues, so that I don't think it would be prudent for us to act on this until we've heard back from the town attorney.
My understanding of one of the issues was access to the property, and that there was a dedication to the town, and it would be a question for the town attorney, so I would agree with that. I'm not sure that it actually needs to be adjourned, but
It
if
does
that's
need
the
to be
chairman's,
adjourned,
that's the
because-
chairman's
well,
wishes,
I wouldn't say
obviously
it
we have
needs
no
to be-
objection.
I wouldn't say it needs to be adjourned. I would say, in my opinion, it should be adjourned, because we already have the town attorney working on some of these legal issues. And if I was a town attorney working on legal issues for somebody and they acted on the thing without getting my response, I don't know that I would be too happy. But I'm not really concerned so much about the happiness or lack of happiness of the town attorney. I'm more concerned with getting their work product before us and having an opportunity to consider it, and also giving Mr. Tramarko an opportunity to respond to this should he wish to, but more the town attorney, so that when we act on this, we have full information.
It's my understanding that anybody had a recommendation already with some conditions that they wanted to put on the variance, is to refer over to the Board of Zoning Appeals.
That's correct, but that was probably done, or was done before this letter was received.
I guess my question would be, would the town attorney comes back with have an effect on what the planning board recommendations
What-
might be?
That's up to them, I would think. I think it could have an effect, it depends on what he finds.
And obviously,
Or she.
as I said earlier, if you think it's wiser, then you
Yeah, I
have no
think it's-
objection.
I think it's prudent for us to do that, given the fact they've already started researching it. Okay? So you can hang out there for a second, stay there for 1 second. Anybody else wish to be heard on this matter? We note that I am going to make a motion to adjourn the matter. We prefer to not have any comment on this matter tonight. We prefer that that comment be delayed until the hearing. We're going to keep the hearing open. There is an entire memorandum from the planning department on this, which, again, we will also not take the time to read that into the record tonight, because I think it would be best to read it into the record when we actually are going to act on the matter. And it's my understanding that it's not expected that the town attorney, well, it's not certain that the town attorney will be done by our next meeting of November 6th. It's probably not certain that everything will be done by the following meeting, November 20th, but we're going to go with that date, which will also permit the applicant not to have to repost the property. So that's going to be my application. If anybody wants to be heard now, that's up to you. You're allowed to speak. But again, any comments on the merits of the application I don't believe should be made until after the memo is read and we have all of the information before us. But again, that's up to you. It's not going to be read twice. If you made your comments tonight, you're not going to get a chance to make them again the next time. So you're free to make your comments tonight or hold them until we actually are going to act on this matter. So with that being said, is there anybody who wishes to be heard?
Yes, thank you. Very briefly, my name is Timothy Hill from
You wrote the
Sinai Cost
letter.
Government.
Oh, yes.
Before we,
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
sorry.
Do you
Didn't mean
have
to,
the
didn't mean to
affidavit
cut
of
you off.
posting?
Do you have the affidavit of posting?
Yes.
'Cause we
Please
can't
submit
have
that
hearing
before
until
Mr.
that's-
Hill starts to speak. Thank you, Matt. Timothy Hill.
Timothy Hill. I can give you a card.
We good? All right, so the affidavit of posting is in order.
So yes, thank you. That is my letter. I will not address the merits, and we are fine with the adjournment. I would just appreciate if we could be copied on any new developments in this matter, including anything that might be produced by the town attorney.
I'm going to have to take that under advisement, because that's going to be between the town attorney and our client, the town, or their client, the town. So to the extent that the town attorney has no objection to releasing it, then I have no problem, but it's really up to them.
Okay. And I would
And if they have no problem, they will give whatever they find to the planning department, and then they can give it to you.
all right, I would just note that the zoning board hearing was left off in very much the same posture as this board is tonight. We left That's been adjourned to a date in November with the understanding that this issue of ownership was going to be addressed by the town attorney, and we were waiting for some feedback on that issue, so.
Correct. It was my original intention to adjourn the matter to the 6th because of that, but I'm told that that might be an exercise in futility. That
Okay.
It might take more time than that. So I don't want to have everybody come back again on the 6th for nothing.
Yes, so my request to be in the loop is not merely to know the merits, but also just practically to know when we really need to.
But we're going to tell you, yes, well, I'll tell you that we're going to adjourn it if we get the motion passed to November 20th, which is our second meeting in November. And I'll ask Mr. Collado that if, as that date approaches, council, that we are going to recess it or adjourn it again, that you be notified, just as Mr. Tramarko's office will be notified. I don't think that's any too much to ask, so that you don't come down for nothing.
Fair enough.
And I was just looking, I'll make sure to notify you guys. The BZA adjourned it to. I just
November
wrote-
12th, according to the
The
letter.
12th, you said. So if you want to put it on for the 6th in the event that we get some feedback, it's up to
Fine.
you. If
And
you
then
want
and you
to,
could
because
always
if you
call
push it
them-
to the 20th, the BZA
Then
is
they're
not,
going to have to adjourn it
the
no matter what.
BZA is not
and
gonna
we'll
do
be
anything
going
the
over it.
12th. Yeah.
Right, so let's keep it to the 6th.
okay.
And then, as the 6th approaches, I know the 5th is Election Day, you know, sometime before the 6th, if it looks like it's going to have to be adjourned again, please contact council for the neighbors and also for the applicant, and let them know. Well, we're going to adjourn it to a date certain, November 6th, so that it doesn't have to be reposted again. Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Anybody else wish to be heard? Please give your name and address for the record, please.
My name is Richard Frazita, F-R-A-Z-I-T-A, 12 Skunks Hollow Road, St. James. So I live just opposite the property in question. Now, at the BZA meeting on September 10th,
Sir, did you hear what I just indicated? That with this matter, I'm going to make an application to adjourn this matter.
I understand.
And we prefer not to have the merits of the matter discussed as it is here or what it was before the BZA until we actually going to act on it. But that being said, this is up to you, but if you say it today, we're not going to allow you to go back and repeat it again on the 6th or the 20th or whenever it turns
I
out to be.
understand. I am not speaking to the merits. I want to make a statement that
Sure.
the information that seems to be surprised today was presented back in September. And when I was at the planning department today, I looked at the file, and I looked at the planning department file. There was no record of this voluminous document I presented, which not only laid out the issue that you had raised with Tim's letter, but a number of other issues. And my question is,
wanna submit that
has
to-
the board seen this letter as part of the data?
Sir, you're holding it up. I can't tell from here whether I've seen it or
Oh.
not. But if you want to submit it to Mr. Collado, it'll become part of the record. And then we'll all get a copy of it before the next meeting, and we'll be able to look at it. Yes, of course. It's part of the record now. Can you get a copy to Mr. Tramarko's office? Can you just tell me the date of the letter, just so we can identify it for the record? I'll do it myself, thanks. All right, it's I'm going to count the pages.
The pages referencing photographs are photographs whose prints are in the file in the planning department. I gave 5 sets out. I did not have another set to give to you tonight. But my question is, did you get all the data that we presented for the purpose of your planning? That's a question. Obviously, if you hadn't seen the letter, the answer would be no, and that concerns me.
To be honest with you, sir, I can't tell whether or not I've seen this letter before,
Okay, thank you.
but I'm going to count up the pages, so we just make sure we know what we're putting into the record.
It's fine. I think there are 22 pages.
Okay, by, you're Mr. Frizito?
Yes,
By
I,
Mr.
Frazita,
Frizito,
yes.
it's a 22-page document. It is a letter dated September 10th, 2019. And there are some attachments to it, which include some maps, which would be included in the 22 pages.
Yes, including many photographs. The photos are in the file, so,
Right,
yeah, you
I
can find
understand.
them.
So the photos are supposed to be where these boxes are, right?
That is correct.
Okay.
All
So
right,
we don't
so
have them as part of our record, right, this record here, but they're already in the file, as you
it
said.
should be. They could not find it today, so we don't know where the letter is.
Okay, well, we have it now, we've identified
Yes,
it. It
good.
will be part of the record,
Thank you.
and anybody who wants to look at the public record on this matter is free to look at it.
Well, I
And
hope
we're
you look at
certainly
it,
gonna- We're
too.
all certainly going to read it before we
Good.
vote on this matter.
Good, very good.
That's why we have these hearings, we want people's comments.
Beautiful. So for the record, I did not speak to the merits.
Correct.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. You're free to speak to the merits when you come back, if you come back the next time. Okay, thank you. Okay, all that being said, anybody else wish to be heard in this matter right now? Seeing none, we're going to keep the hearing open, and can we please have an application to adjourn this matter, recess and adjourn this matter to the November 6th, 2019 meeting of this board, which will be our first meeting in November.
In the matter of number 1184, map of Skunks Hollow Plat, I move that we recess and adjourn the public hearing to the November 6, 2019 meeting of the Planning Board.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? None? Matter is recessed and adjourned to November 6th, 2019. It will not be reposted. It doesn't have to be now. It's been adjourned to a date certain. So anybody who wishes to be heard on this matter can come back on that date. As I indicated, as that date approaches, it looks like the town attorney's work is not done. Both counsel for the neighbors and counsel for the applicant are going to be notified of that. As I stated, the two letters that were given in today, one from counsel and one from Mr. Frizito, are part of the record, and anyone is free to get a copy of those or look at it themselves. And if you want a copy, you could just request it of Mr. Collado, and I'm sure he'll accommodate you. Okay? All right, that's it. Next. Adoption of minutes. I move that we adopt the minutes of September 18th, of the September 18th, 2019 meeting of this board.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? None? So adopted.
You want to adjourn?
Yep, that looks like we are finished for the evening. So somebody make an application, a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? None. We're adjourned.